Discipline is what separates successful people from the rest. Without discipline, you're completely fucked. If you only rely on your motivation and you only rely on your feelings, you will never get the success you want. And you will be stuck, always wondering, what if I did this? What if I was at my full potential? What were the things that I could have done? Without discipline, you're screwed. So, being in this time with all these pleasures around us and all these modern addictions, it's extremely hard to build discipline. And it's extremely hard to have enough discipline to say no to the easy temptations and the easy pleasures. Already, if you're watching this video, there's the sidebar. You can see, all the recommended videos. You can see the comments. You can go to different tabs. You can check your phone. All these pleasures and instant gratification activities you can do are all around you. But in order to get the knowledge from this video, you have to focus and be disciplined enough to give this video your full attention so you can learn from what I'm saying. That's just an example from your perspective. So I was like sick for the past couple of days, and I wasn't really feeling like motivated, I guess. And I didn't really have enough discipline to like consistently get myself to do the things I needed to do. And it's really just a powerless feeling. It really sucks when you're just you're scrolling on YouTube or whatever, and after a couple hours, you went there to learn something, and then after a couple hours, you're not really gaining anything. You're kind of just there, just scrolling and just wasting your time, and there's something better you should do, and you don't have enough discipline or willpower to change that. You don't have enough, you don't have enough discipline, so you're basically screwed. You're in like a trance, basically. It's a really bad feeling. So how can we develop discipline? We understand that discipline is the key to success, but how do we actually gain it? How do we get it? So I think what you need to do is have little practices in your life where you invoke discipline. It's like a skill. So when you first start out, you're going to be bad with discipline. Like when I first started out talking on camera, if you want to look at my first video, it was like all edited and jumpy, and I did like each take a ton of times. And now I'm getting there and I'm starting to be like more articulate. So it's like that. The first time you try to invoke discipline to take a cold shower, for example, it's going to be super, super hard. You're going to have to like sit there and convince yourself and give yourself the reasons for why you're doing this, and battle all the complaints your brain throws at you for doing the effortful thing. And now, the 60th time you take a cold shower, yesterday morning when I took a cold shower, it's like, it's a little hard when you first get in, but it is what it is. The way you get to that point is just making like small incremental steps towards being a disciplined person. So it could be when your alarm goes off. This is something I'm working on. When your alarm goes off, you get right up. You don't click snooze. You don't like lay down on your phone for a minute and check your phone. You get right up and start your morning routine. It could also be a cold shower. I would say a cold shower is very helpful for this. If you wake up out of your bed, your cozy bed, that's invoking discipline already. You don't click snooze, that's invoking discipline. Then you go through your checklist of the morning things you need to do, and a cold shower is there. Now, you probably aren't going to be super intrinsically motivated to take a cold shower at 6:30 in the morning. It's not the most pleasurable experience at the end of the day. But you're doing it because it will increase your dopamine baseline later, so you'll be happier. And you have identified that this is a habit you want to do, so you have to do it, basically. This is another good practice to invoke discipline, because it's very clear. It's like a very clear obstacle, and it definitely helps. Then just when you're going throughout, your daily life, there's an innumerable amount of examples I could give, but when you could scroll on your phone, or you could do some work, or anything like that. It's all those little things that add up to building the skill. And I'm working on this a lot right now, just because you basically have two choices. You can go towards the thing that's effortful and reach the things you want to reach in life. You can, you can get the success, get everything you want, build the happiness, or you can stagnate, basically wallow in your instant gratification and not progress, keep doing the same thing every day. This one, you're successful and happy, and this one, you're literally a loser forever. So there's not much of a choice if you really put it that way. It's basically discipline or be a loser for the rest of your life. Okay, so we understand the importance of discipline, and we understand the sort of like the things you can do to build discipline. Now, the next thing we need is a very strong why, a reason for this discipline, a reason for it. And I touched on this a little bit with the whole divergent thing you can do with your life. It's basically, you need a very strong reason why you're doing this thing. Let's say, I was talking to my friend about this, so I used an example of meditation. You have identified this habit as something that's helpful for you. It improves your focus, it improves your mental clarity. It's just something you want to do. You have understood why you want to do it. You have a clear reasoning for it, I guess. Then you basically need to crystallize this reason. You need to crystallize why you're doing it. So meditation. It improves your focus, so that helps you do your work. It improves your mindfulness, which means that you'll be happier overall because you can focus your thoughts. You can change your thoughts from negative to positive ones. You can be more grateful. You can be more aware of your thoughts. And it calms your mental state. Those are all the good reasons. So there's two categories, I guess. It's the positive things, positive reasons, and then the negative things if you don't do the thing. You can apply this to anything. The example is meditation, but it should be pretty applicable to other things. Then the things that could go wrong if you don't meditate. Well, you're not very mindful, so when you have a negative thought, you might go into a negative spiral and end up having a bad hour or a bad day just because of negative thoughts or a negative situation that has occurred. Your attention span's reduced, so you can't focus on doing your work. You can't focus on a video like this, or you're constantly getting distracted when you're trying to do something. Those are all the negatives. So now we have this thing we want to do crystallize in our mind, the understanding that if we don't invoke discipline, we're basically screwed, and that you need to build discipline. And then we have reasons we want to do this thing, reasons we want to avoid not doing it, or reasons or negative things that would happen if we didn't do it, more aptly put. Once you have all those three things, then all it is, you can have all this forethought, you can watch this entire video, and you can take notes, you can rewatch this 5 times, you can get everything from this. But when you're in that moment and you're on your phone and you see on your phone, oh shit, it's time to do meditation, or whatever, it's time to do the thing I want to do, that's the point that actually matters. If you watched 9 minutes of this video and you get to that point and you don't do it, you failed. That's it. So that's the point. And I know it's hard, I know it's difficult. I definitely struggle with this. I'm not immune to the struggles of discipline and all that. It's definitely something I'm working on. But me and you, when we get to that point today, whatever point that is or whatever habit that is, we just need to know that we have to do it even if it feels bad, even if it doesn't feel great. We have the reasons, and we just have to do it. We just have to take the leap. It is what it is. So I hope this video was helpful. I think you can gain a lot of like insights from this. So yeah, hope that was useful for you. One-on-one coaching down below, and I made a Discord server. So if you want to join, I'll probably set up some calls or something like that. So yeah, appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.